Hello makeup lover and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've already been here before. If not, my name is Malene and I am a Danish makeup artist living in Barcelona in Spain. For today's two different looks, I pulled out several palettes. I kept thinking about the Roxa palette. It's so beautiful and I want it so much, and I keep seeing videos with it and I'm just like, I feel like I'm obsessed or possessed of the Roxa spirit or something. I don't know. But I'm trying to convince myself that I don't need it. I don't need it. I need to snap out of it. Okay. So I don't need the Roxa palette. I really don't. I have a lot of purple colors in my palette, and I'm sure you do too. So if you want to try and get on the train and try to convince yourself that you don't need it, then maybe this video is for you. Because, oh, those purples and violets, and they are so pretty and they look so good on most people. Like with green eyes, brown eyes, blue eyes, they are just so beautiful. And let's just go ahead and do some makeup. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or you want to tell me if you are going to get the Roxa palette, already have it, or considering, then please let me know in the comments. And of course, if you like videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. It will be amazing to have you join. Now, let's go ahead and do some purple party looks, shall we? Starting out with a highlighter, and I'm using the pink Moonstone from the McGrath Labs Starfall Seduction, and it's a quint. And I'm just tapping it on ever so gently because it is light pink. To make sure that the color is not too much, I'm taking my Blender Pro from Sonia G, and there's no color on this brush. I am just blending out the edges here because it is a little bit metallic and I don't want it to be too dominant. Dip my Builder Pro into the Violet Vixen from the Mega palette from McGrath. Let me see here. It has to be from 22. And I'm just going to put that. Oh, there was an extra hair here, a loose hair. Just going to put that here in the outer part of my mobile eyelid. And I'm just going to blend it up here a little bit. Work it up. And a little bit into the eyelid, the mobile eyelid. I hope you can see this. I'm not sure if I'm covering with my hand here, doing this awkward movement. And then I'm just tapping to put on the rest of the color here. And here, where I wanted a little bit more powerful, I'm also tapping on top of what I already put on. And as you can see, I have a little bit of fallout, but I think I can just, yeah. So, very basic. Dip my mini booster into the Venusian Orchid from the Celestial Divinity, also from McGrath Labs, and it's also a holiday palette, actually the first mega palette she ever made, and it contains 2 Star Wars 6-pan palettes and then 6 new colors that was not released before. So I'm just going to place that here as a transition shade. Just want to make sure that you can see what I'm doing here, and I'm just blending it into the purple, the Violet Vixen, I think it's called, the first one here. And it's just gonna be blended out and blending into each other. I don't mind a little bit more of the same color, and I'm using the same brush here. It's like a mix of purple and rosy, so it's really, really lovely. Lovely color for many occasions. And like I did with the previous color, I'm just going to take my Blender Pro here I'm just gonna work on the outer edges here to make sure that everything is like smooth and blended, because with these wrinkle eyes, thinking things can look not so good very easy if you're not careful, or if I'm not careful. Okay. I dip my ring finger into the Lightwork 5 palette in the color Healed, and I am just gonna tap that on the middle of my eyelid here and a little bit inwards, but I'm not going all the way into the inner corner, as you can see. And this is like purple to pink. It's very shimmery and shiny. Dip my builder S into the Lavendering from the Risky Rose quad, also a Pat McGrath holiday collection. And this is, if you ask me, one of the prettiest shade Pat McGrath ever made. It's like a silvery color with flecks of purple. And I'm gonna use that here, as you can see, in the inner corner, inner part, and then I'm just gonna mix it into the upper part here, just a little bit, and mixing it into the Danessa Myricks color. Put on a little bit of concealer under my eyes, and with my flat definer brush from Sonia G, I dipped into Euphoria from the 6-pan palette from Pat McGrath that's called La Vie en Rose. And I am just gonna use that as an eyeliner under my eye. Oh, I'm gonna make sure that I'm in frame. I keep doing this when I'm putting on some makeup under my eye here. I keep bending down. I think it's like an old habit, because when I do my makeup, I don't want it to like to get under my eye, like the small dust of eyeshadow when I'm doing this. So I just bend my head down so it won't. Oh, I'm doing it again. Sorry. I'm really trying hard not to. I'm just going back and forth, and then I'm gonna mix it in with a Violet Vixen on top. And this is more like a satin kind of eyeshadow, and I know it's not similar to any of the ones that are in the Roxa palette, but the color is a little bit similar to one of two. Dip my builder S into Protected from the Danessa Myricks Lightworks 5 palette, just to give it like an extra oomph here as a highlighter in the inner corner, and just tapping it on. And here you see the first look with a little bit of mascara on. I didn't want to put on any eyeliner on this first eye look, because I felt like I wanted the eyeshadow to do the talking, to really be the star of the show. And I felt like I kind of succeeded with that. I'm going to put on a false lash. And now with some lashes on. I did not put on a super powerful lash, because I really want the eyeshadow, the purple color, to be the most dominant of this look. So these more or less natural lashes are more to complement the look and not to overtake it. I'm now going to go on to the next eye. Highlighting with the pink, what is it called now again? Pink Moonstone, of course. And this time around, I'm just using the soft booster. Or is it soft definer? Dear Lord, will I ever remember what my brushes are called? I think not. There was an aubergine like, or eggplant, some might say, color in the Roxa palette. I felt like the color from the Wrong Seduction palette was a little too dark, so I'm going into the Venomous Void from the Celestial Divinity palette, and I'm just gonna put that here on the outer part of my eyelid. And I am just packing it on with my Builder Pro. And as you can see, when I do it like this, it just fades out when there is not so much color left. So when I do it like this, it's like more concentrated and then it's fading out. I'm not gonna go too far up because I wanna blend it into another color that is lighter, of course. But I'm just gonna tap here on the edges so they are not super harsh when I lay on the second color. Sometimes I start with a lighter color with the so-called transition shade and then go darker and more dark. And sometimes I do it the other way, like I do with this look. I'm actually going to mix a little bit of the Violet Vixen from the, I think it was called Celestial Nirvana. The other Pat McGrath Holiday Mega Palette from, that must have been 22. And I'm just tapping it on here to transform the color a little bit. Dip my ring finger into Cosmic from Celestial Divinity. And I'm just tapping it on here on my mobile eyelid. Venusian Orchid with the mini booster. And I am just gonna soften the border with that and lighten it up a little bit. Here. And some pink moonstone on my Builder S for the inner corner here. And I'm just gonna mix it up into the other colors. And the lower liner moment for this one is gonna be, let me check, Loved from the Lightwork 5 palette from Danessa Myricks. And I put on a little bit of concealer under my eye, and boy did I have a lot of specks from, or glitters from the Cosmic. Oh yeah. So this is pretty light. I might have to go into another shadow. Yeah, let's make it a little bit darker. Venomous Void for the win. Here it was the one that I started with. And I'm just gonna put that in the outer part here of the lower eyelid. Mostly outer. Back with a little bit of mascara on, and this is what it looks like. I'm gonna put on some lashes. And now with some lashes on, they're not completely dry, and that's why you can still see some glue. I am gonna amp this look up a little bit by dipping my mini booster into the Lavendering shade from the Risky Rose Quad from Pat McGrath. And I am just gonna put it here on the border because I'm just gonna turn a little bit to the camera here. Maybe you can see what it does. Just give some glitter and really lights up the whole look. I think it's such a lovely color. Like I said before, very unique. And yeah, I just use it in different ways, and I adore this color. Can you see the effect? I hope you can. I'm trying to move so you can see the glitter particles here. I'm now going to zoom you out so you can see the two different looks with a full face of makeup. And this is it. These are the two different looks with different purple, burgundy colors. to try out different looks to find out if I really need the Roxa palette. I'm gonna go through what I have on my face apart from the shadow that you already know. On my face, I am wearing the foundation 160 from House Labs, and I mixed it with a little bit of Pat McGrath makeup foundation number 20, so it will match my skin tone. On my cheeks, I am wearing the Love Struck blush from Pat McGrath Labs, and I'm also wearing the pink mostly and a little bit of the golden color from the highlighting trio from Pat McGrath Labs. And on my lips, I am wearing Rect Lux Trans lipsticks. That lipstick that is no longer in production, unfortunately. If I feel that it's a little too strong, I'm just gonna look down here to find a gloss. I can put on a little bit of lavendering. It's Opulust gloss with a lot of glitter in it, and I'm just gonna do that now. Primarily on the middle here to make my lips, I was about to say eyes, to make my lips look a little bit bigger. As you probably already noticed, they are not the same shape. It's like this side is more going up like this and this side is like this. So when I talk, it looks like my lips are super crooked, and they are. But, well, that's just the charm of it. So nobody's perfect. Anyways, my two different purple looks turned out pretty well, I think. But do I still want the Roxa palette? I have to say, yeah, I do want it. In a way, it's a little bit of laziness from my side because the colors in one palette is just so much more easy. And also the Natasha Denona quality, it's so nice. It's really, really good. So I think I'm gonna get it. But not until November. But I hope you felt inspired and maybe this kept you from taking the plunge and buying the Roxa palette. I don't know. I don't know if you have the same purples as I have, or you might have some I don't have, so you can create looks like this. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or you want to tell me if you are gonna take the step, the big step, and buy the Roxa palette, or maybe already ordered it, let me know in the comments. And if you like videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. It'll be awesome to have you join. Now I want to thank you so much for taking your time out of the day to watch this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. Bye. Mwah.